is a famous voice in the Bible, in one of these Bible books. I may not know exactly which book in the Bible, but I know it's a famous Bible voice. And probably maybe somebody can just text me the voice, right? The Bible book. It says, have I therefore become your enemy because of telling you the truth? Have I therefore become your enemy because of telling you the truth? You see, truth telling, my friends, is fundamental in human existence. And that's why the Bible says, you shall say the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Because truth telling is fundamental. Sometimes when you say the truth, you break people down. I don't care how angry they are. Say the truth. Be honest. The truth moves mountains. It clears rivers. It is important to say the truth. Always good. Okay, my friends, today is Wednesday, 21st of May. And today is the May Week presentation of the show. Obviously, you know, at 8 o'clock, it will be the Santara radio program. And then I will tell you what's going to happen here at 9 o'clock. Oh, yes. Who sent this? This is Daniel Bakuros Kuku. He sent it. Yes. Galatians 4:16. Those of you who are Christian, read Galatians 4:16. Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Okay, my name is Clarence Jackson. Call me Piso. I'm here till 10 o'clock this morning. Least you forget, Liberia bids for a non-permanent seat at the UN Security Council. Good morning to all of you. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Wish all of you all the best. Always, man. Let's take a break since we don't have the luxury of a lot of time this morning. Let's take a break. Come right back here. Remember, the grandchild of an elder is an elder by extension. Sometimes the most powerful elders name their grandchildren after them. Am I making sense here? Okay, we'll be back. That's okay.
All of y'all who doing small businesses and finding it hard to make it big or get more profit, I get good news for y'all. One big program called Accelerate 360 that the government of Liberia now brings, supported by the World Bank, now come in Liberia to help you. Accelerate 360 will grow your business and give you ideas that will make you make more profit and take your business beyond Liberia. Under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Accelerate 360 will be recruiting y'all who have small businesses that the people called small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. They will train you or build your capacity to increase the size of your businesses. The people not stopping there. They are going to teach you where to look for money so you can invest in the businesses that you're doing. They will also help business development service providers, BDSPs, so they can better support all SMEs in Liberia to grow. To benefit from this big opportunity here, it's very easy. Just apply or ask somebody to apply for you. Go to www.accelerateliberia.com or call 0771 360 360 or visit the People Facebook page at Accelerate Liberia. Whether you SME or you BDSP, don't delay because space is getting limited. Rush, register now and accelerate your business.
Liberia partnership, European Union. Europe, Liberia partnership, European Union. Liberia partnership.
EU, Liberia, share long-lasting partnership. Yeah, yeah. Sustain the peace, unify economic growth. It's a give and take situation. We cooperate for job creation. Yeah, yeah. EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation. EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation. EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation. EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation.
Talking about unity and supporting one another. Talking about partnership and how we all can prosper. Good governance is what we stand for. Human rights is what we stand for. Reconciliation and infinity. Management of natural resources. Not forgetting human resources. Rule of law, commonwealth, and regional security for all of us. LIBU partnership.
EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation. EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation. EU-LIB connection, partnership for transformation. EU-LIB connection,
Hey, my girl, Teta, I slam my card also.
The player I have first. I go carry my uncle car to Songa garage. The go we are where or inside it. The whole car engine spot.
I the same thing happening to me. I go buy one recycle oil, I put it in my keke. Since then my keke just smoking Jera Mandingo Koba.
So, my people, you're not here about Sunoco American oil. They have oil for everything. Whether that's pen, Tesla, dump truck, caterpillar, motorbike, jeep, keke. Their products include Sunoco auto transmission fluid. They have global and they also have CVT. Sunoco engine oil ultra synthetic blend 5W30 and 20. Sunoco 15W40 and C50 monograde for both gasoline and diesel. Sunoco 0W20 full synthetic engine oil. And our engine oil can even clean your engine set. Their oil can take you for 3 months, 4 months, and 12 months. They have long-lasting auto-light spark plugs. That one can take you up to 3 years, no wahala. They have now opened a sophisticated garage with well-trained mechanics for diagnostic testing and for electronic fault correction. They do all types of vehicle servicing. You want to change your oil, spray your car, weather your car, you want to fix the air condition.
So where is this place located here?
River Street, AB Turbo Road. For order, contact Marketers Inc. 0880-535-508 or 0777-677-633. Make your engine happy. Use Sunoco oil. Got to make the change.
Hey, rushing. Why you rushing to so?
You, Judy, don't give me a hard time, man. I'm going to the bank to get my cash because the bank was so close.
You can use the ATM?
My ATM card expired ever since.
My man, you don't need ATM card. Just use the mobile app and generate an e-token. All you have to do is to just log on the app, you click on Express Cash. Then you select ATM. From there now you select Generate e-token. Then you select the account you want the money to come from. From there you select the currency that you want. If they're Liberian dollars or US dollars. Then you put in the amount that you want, whether $10 or $20, you put it in and generate your e-token. It's simple, like 8 numbers that will come to you. When you get that number, just go to any Ecobank ATM there. All you have to do is to just select the C Express Cash on the ATM now. The place where you're supposed to put your ATM pin, that way you pull that 8 number. Then it will ask you for the amount. That money where you generated, that money will come with the ATM will pay you.
So simple. Ecobank for me again. Oh. I will always make use of the express service big time. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
looking for the sweetest, purest, and most natural honey in Liberia? Then look no further than Gabriel C. Gwe Natural Honey, produced right in the heart of Neighbor County. No chemicals, no additives, just real natural honey straight from the hive to your table. It's the taste of nature. Once you try it, you will never go back. Want to start your own honey farm and see results in less than 6 months? Then contact Gabriel C. Gwe today. Call 0776 596 623 or 0886 596 623. Gabriel C. Gwe Natural Honey can be found on Link Street in Omeshap, right opposite the Ministry of Public Works. Gabriel C. Gwe Natural Honey. Taste it and be the judge.
Y'all pay attention, all of us that can use the road. If you're driving or using motorbike or even keke, if you're in a city or even on a highway, it's very important to know the rules of driving, the simple rules that can keep all of us safe. You must always wear your seatbelt. But rather, you and the person behind you must always wear your helmet. And rather, don't forget your reflective jacket. Speeding a general good because your life and that of the loved one may be inside too. Don't speed, even if you're in a city or on a highway. Don't drink or take in any substance before driving. So if you drink alcohol, don't drive. Or if that you driving, don't drink. Don't overload a car. It can lead to serious accident. Look for the red light and stop sign. Don't be close behind the other car on the road. Always stay far behind the car in front of you. It will give you more time to know what to do. If the car in front of you just stop jelly down, always show the signal sign so the other driver then can know what you want to do. No texting, no calling, no setting the radio while driving. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. All the things here will look simple, but it can change in no time when you're not paying attention. Drive safe, be focused, and respect the rules of the road.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Transport with funding from the National Road Fund of Liberia. Thanks for watching.
Attention, attention, attention to all lovers of the good things in life. A house is not a home, and a home is the one place where you should feel relaxed and accomplished. Your home should reflect who you are. So, it's time to make that upgrade with minimal damage to your pockets. And I have the perfect solution for you. Home Sweet Home, located on Benson Street, between Center and Buchanan Streets, got you covered. From the kitchen, we have air fryers, juice makers, pressure cookers, freezers of all sizes, and all the modern kitchenwares you can think about. From the bedroom, we have top-of-the-line, exquisite beddings to give you that great night's sleep because you have earned it. And soft, comfortable towels for your bathroom. And in the living room, we have high-definition TV sets of all sizes, unique aerial rugs, classy curtains in all the colors you desire, wall paintings of different sizes and colors, furniture, and everything you can think about for the home. All that at unbelievable prices. We even have low voltage, high quality washing machines and dryers to keep your clothes fresh and new at all times. As a bonus, we have fashion accessories for both the young and the old, designer quality bags, hats, and rare jewelries. So if you love yourself, your family, and your home, it's time to treat it right. Visit Home Sweet Home on Benson Street between Center and Buchanan Streets for that needed upgrade. You can call them on 0886 834 944 or 0770 581 420. Home Sweet Home, for the love of a classy home.
Welcome back to the OK Morning Rush. Those of you in search of the natural honey, I'm telling you, buy your honey from Mr. Gabriel Gwe and you're going to get the best. The guy produces it from Nimba, real natural honey, nothing either, real natural honey. In case you want to reach out to Mr. Gabriel Gwe, you can call other than going to the Ministry of Public Works or opposite the Ministry of Public Works. You can call 0776 596623. 0776 596623. 0776 596623 is his number. Reach out to him. Buy your honey from him and you will never regret. Just say OKFM sent me. OKFM gave your number. We are told that you are selling real natural honey. And, you know, we want it. Buy the honey from Mr. Gabriel. It's well processed. I'm telling you, very, very well processed. You know, once you get it, you will never regret buying the honey from him. The paramilitary Rapid Support Forces group, which has been engaged in a 2-year war with Sudan's army, has been entirely pushed out of Khartoum state, says the military. Khartoum state is completely freed of rebels, the army said in a statement published by Sudan's news agency. The announcement comes nearly 2 months after the military recaptured Khartoum City, including the presidential palace, from its rivals in a major victory. Earlier on Tuesday, fighting had broken out between the warring groups in the city of Oduma, which is also in Khartoum State and part of the capital region. Well, that is it. I don't know why these people will fight like this. You know, they are fighting. Their people are dying. You know, their family, their relatives. Some of them are being displaced. Some of them are refugees. But they are fighting for nothing they lost. Only at the end of the day they will come at the table to sit and dialogue in a power-sharing arrangement. At that time, a lot of their compatriots have died. And that is it. They're in search of power all over the place. And so that's what they do. You know, they fight and fight and fight, and sometimes you don't even see the reason why they are fighting. Okay, so yesterday, the Director General of the Civil Service Agency in Josiah Joka announced at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing that the government has placed on its payroll about 600 out of 771 volunteer health workers who have been volunteering for many years, and the remaining 161 were currently undergoing vigorous review of subsequent employment. That, I believe, is a good news. It's a gradual process. It's a good news. Most of them have been volunteering for years, that they are now being placed on the payroll. 600 is no small number. That they are now being placed on the payroll after this vigorous process. It's a good news. They are happy. Their families are going to be happy. They are Liberians. They are working. They deserve being paid. They deserve to have everything. I also just wanted to remind the Civil Service Agency, because a lot of these people who are working as consultants, some of them are our chief of office staff to some ministers. Some of them are working as consultants at these various ministries and agencies. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are doctors. Some of them are engineers. Some of them are administrative staff. They've been reaching out to me. They are on the consultancy payroll. Most of them have been reaching out to me that at the moment they were told to wait. They're not finding their way clear. There's no placement for them. They're working. I'm telling you, some of them are chief of staff in the offices of ministers proper. And I've always asked myself, maybe I need to find out from people at the Ministry of Finance, right? So let's assume somebody is working as a district commissioner for one district in Sino County, and the person gets removed the president appoints another district commissioner. The person goes through everything. The person get their appointment letter. They start working. How is it so difficult for you to move Clarence name from the payroll and just pull out other person name there so the person starts to take pay immediately? How is that difficult? I'm asking because sometimes you hear the district commissioner and some of the local leaders will say, I have not started taking pay, nor have I taken any pay since I got appointed. I just working. Sometimes it goes up to a year, and I can be thinking, is it a very difficult process? Maybe I need some real education on this one. Is it really difficult when you move people from one office to another for them to begin to take pay? What's the problem? How is it so very difficult? They will always say, oh, they're working after it. I'm working after my need to be on the payroll. Because when the president appoints the person or the civil service agency gets the president working, like in the case of these consultants, right? Some of them are chief of office staff to the minister. So the former chief of office staff to the other minister name were on the payroll or whatever they were working, taking pay. So the new minister has taken over and somebody else is the chief of office staff. How is it very, very difficult? What makes it so difficult for that person's name to be removed and then the other man's name is on the payroll and then he or she starts to take the pay? How is that difficult? Now let's move on. So Josiah Joker, thank you. Getting 600 people on the payroll is important, but I also wanted to remind you that there are people who are consultants who are complaining about their statuses. They're not understanding anything. And I reached out to the Civil Service Agency Director General over the weekend, and then it was the day they were in cabinet. Yes. And I can understand he responded and said they were in cabinet, but he would have gotten back. I reached out to him for two things. One concerns the Ministry of Labor. He has not gotten back to me. The other one was, I was sitting there asking myself, it's a good thing, and I think he talked about it at the Mika press briefing. I was saying it is a good thing for the Civil Service Agency to institute the appropriate policies and measures to ensure that people in government who do not deserve certain things doesn't get it, right? And the other time, when the action of the people who did not declare their asset is supposed to forfeit certain things, and I think I heard him talk, they say it's a little over, I think 80,000 they managed to get in one escrow account on behalf of the government. They collected that money from the people who are supposed to forfeit the salary for certain, one more or something, because they didn't do certain things. Now, except that I didn't follow the whole Mika press briefing. I wanted to know how many persons' salaries that culminated to that amount. And, how much were they making? So that we have a clear understanding of how many persons' salary, I don't want to use the word seized, but were diverted for the right reason now. For the right reason. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to know how many persons' salaries were diverted for the right reason that amounted to the $80,000+ that they managed to save for the government. And how much were they making? Because I also wanted the Civil Service Agency Director General, if he said it, fine. Because I think Josiah was operating from the listing that was submitted from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. People who didn't declare their asset, they are the ones that are supposed to suffer from the punishment here. What's the total number of the listing the LCC submitted? How many persons? Maybe if we don't want to call the people name, right, that's okay. But how many persons? What the total number of persons whose listing the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission sent to the CSA to say, these are the people who are non-compliant. They are the people who are supposed to be punished. How much were they making? So, for example, if the Civil Service Agency submitted a list of maybe 20 or 30 or 40, I'm just thinking, because I want the Civil Service Agency to do this thing in a way that it is so clear that is impossible to raise any question about it. So you say to us, for example, we received from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission the names of 40 persons who were non-compliant. And these 40 persons, they make this, that all the one will put together that amounted to this. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, something like that. Then we say, oh yes, this is a process. Because I was even asking him. I even sent you a message before the yesterday event. I sent you a message. I told him, I'm saying, I wanted to know all these monies the Civil Service Agency is managing to save for the government as a result of the people who did not comply. I wanted to know where they put in the money. I really wanted to know where they put in the money. But he said he was going to get back to me. He didn't get back to me. It's okay. Now, is the Governance Commission still around? I was asking myself a lot of questions last evening. The Governance Commission, is it still very active? It should be, because it is an institution of the government. And I think it's headed by Professor Alaric Topa. I remember, I don't know, but when Dr. Amos Sawyer and Dr. Yaso Wade Dollier and all these people were at that Governance Commission, don't get me wrong, maybe I'm not aware of some of the work they're doing. I'm not saying they are not doing anything. I'm just concerned because the Governance Commission is a very critical component of our governance process. The way we're not hearing anything from the Governance Commission for the past several months, maybe I need to reach out. Maybe I need to go there to sit with Professor Alaric Topa so that he provides some education about some of the things they're involved with. I'm concerned about the Governance Commission because I know the work they're supposed to be doing. I know the work they do and how important their work is for the country. It's gone too quiet. Either they're working in silence, which is also possible. That's why it's good for me to reach out, because it's headed by Professor Alaric Topa. And when the president appointed Alaric Topa over there, a lot of people said, this is a good appointment. And because he's been around for some time, he's been advocating here. You remember one of the famous sayings doing the job we are reading, right? You eat my app, you want to eat my app, or I will eat your, yeah. And he's been around, they've been around, they've been in advocacy. Government go, government come, they've been around in advocacy. They are in charge now. We expect that Governance Commission to rise up, to be on top of its gains, to be, but I don't see that yet. Yesterday, the Minister of Labor appeared before the Liberian Senate. All these senators are doing their own things. Their own things in the sense of their work and what they're supposed to do for the country. Senator Darius DeLong has been very consistent about his advocacy using the appropriate Senate procedure to get some very good understanding and appreciation of Liberia's labor sector. And I thought that was very good of Senator Darius DeLong. And I want to encourage him not to stop. And I want to encourage the Liberian Senate in its entirety to take the issue of labor. Very important. Very, very important. Yesterday, Councillor Kopokra, I think this is his third or fourth appearance before, as a result of the constant call by the Senate through communication from Senator Dillon and all these people. And yesterday, I think the Senate mandated the Minister of Labor to, they gave him a time, right, to submit the records of the, if not 8,000, the over 8,000 work permits he has provided to non-Liberians. And the minister is not wrong. Yeah, people are supposed to come to the country to work, but they're supposed to go to the Ministry of Labor to get the requisite, permit and documents from there. So it is the prerogative, it is the function of the Ministry of Labor to do that. And Kopokra is doing that because he's a minister. But I think what Senator DeLong and the Liberian Senate is trying to find out is, look, in the midst of the challenging job situation in the country, Mr. Minister, we want to know from you, we want to see the 8,000 plus permits that the Ministry of Labor has given to non-Liberians to work. What category of work are we talking about? I think this is the main focus. This is where the Senate is heading. I think the Senate wants to know what category of work we are talking about when we say we have issued work permit to 8,000 non-Liberians working with different ministries and working with different companies, but in the private sector. Because I think the Senate is sitting in its wisdom and saying, look, we want to see it. Because if some of these jobs are jobs that Liberians can do, we should not be giving permits to non-Liberians to do jobs that Liberians are supposed to do. And I think Minister Kura is on an obligation to provide the document in good spirit. In the spirit of wanting to find a lot of jobs for Liberians, I think it is just about fair enough for the Minister of Labor to submit to the Liberian Senate those documents. Because the Senate wants to know. And the Senate is trying to exercise its oversight. That is its responsibility. Because too many times we say that sometimes all of us, including me, sometimes believe the legislature is the worst branch of our government. Sometimes we, because of an individual behavior or because the legislature is not changing or is not doing anything to change time without number, a lot of Liberians are disappointed. If I were to open the line now and say your call and say which branch of the government you're disappointed in, a lot of people will say they are disappointed in the legislature for different individual and collective reasons. So when the Senate, when the legislature is doing its best, we must flag it too. We should not only criticize them when we believe they are doing the worst thing. I think what the Senate is doing, and I will implore the Senate, I challenge the Senate to continue to insist on that. Because in some of these company operation areas, the stories from there are troubling. Sometimes you will hear say the people are even bringing coke, they're bringing truck drivers, they're bringing their own mechanics. Of course, there are some jobs that Liberians can do. We do not have the capacity to do it. Fair enough. So these companies must have non-Liberians. The other time the minister came here, and the minister was even talking about how ArcelorMittal, hired, I think it's a catering company from South Africa that was doing catering, and the ministry had to notice. I was just thinking, don't we have any company in the whole Republic of Liberia, catering company, that can eat the kind of food, that can prepare the kind of food that catering company from South Africa can prepare for ArcelorMittal? Don't we have these kinds of companies? Don't we have any company like? So we got to be strategic in the labor sector. Very important. Because this is where a lot of employment is supposed to be coming from. So I want to say kudos to Senator DeLong and your colleagues. And I want you all to work with the Ministry of Labor. And I also urge the Minister of Labor to make the document available. Because collectively, the both of you are working together to get jobs for Liberians. In the same vein, I also want to challenge the Senate. I'm charging the Senate to ensure that it begins confirmation proceedings for the 3 non-statutory members that President Boakai appointed on the 16th of October last year as board members to the Liberia Revenue Authority's board. I said it yesterday. The Liberia Revenue Authority is very, very important. Very, very important. It cannot be unregulated. No. If you continue to allow the LRA to be unregulated, you will leave the Commissioner General Double Jala, like I said yesterday, with no other opportunity but to approbate unto himself. Not opportunity, no other alternative but to approbate unto himself what the law doesn't give him to act. Because at some point, probably, maybe that's the only thing he can do. But if the Liberian Senate were to confirm the 3 non-statutory members of the board, and you have an active board at the LRA, there are certain decisions the Commissioner General and his deputies will not take if they do not have an endorsement from the board. I was just telling you yesterday, I think they did a recruitment process and some kind of thing. The board supposed to appoint certain people. Like I said yesterday, only 3 persons are appointed at the LRA, the Commissioner General, and 2 other deputies. Now the Commissioner for Domestic Revenue, the Commissioner, 2-3 other commissioners are supposed to be appointed by the board based on recommendation from the Commissioner General after a vigorous process. They can't do that now because there is no board. So members of the Senate, if you are listening, just the other day, like I said, you invited other people for confirmation hearing. If the president has withdrawn these people's nomination, you let us know. Because it been way since last year, October. These people got nominated since last year, October. David Vinton was nominated as chair of the board of LRA. What's stopping their confirmation? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 7 months now. What's stopping it? What's going on? Is there something we don't know we need to know? You gotta let us know. Because when the LRA have a functioning board, it will be okay. Because the board is supposed to take any critical decisions. There are other staffers over there at the LRA who are supposed to declare the asset. That decision to mandate them to declare the asset is supposed to be coming from the board in keeping with the act creating the entity. So you see how the board of the LRA is very important. So the Liberian Senate, I am reminding you again. Somebody say your concern is correct because the amount of 89,000 reported when divided by the 400 persons, it gives $222.50, and this is questionable. Now, so you see the reason why I thought it was important for Joker to expand on that explanation a little bit. People already started questioning it. So I'm reminding the Senate, please, you invite David Vinton, you invite all these people who the president nominated as board member of the LRA, and you hear them as part of efforts to confront them. The LRA is supposed to have, no, the board for that LRA is supposed to be very active. The board, there are 7 members. To these statutory members, Ministries of Commerce, Justice, and Finance and Development Planning. Then you got 3 non-statutory members that are appointed by the president. And then the Commissioner General is the Secretary General of the board. But as it is now, the board is not constituted. Because since the president made the appointment, these non-statutory people have not been confirmed. And so it makes it very, very, very difficult. Yeah. I'm hearing that Bon County Senator Prince Moyi was raising similar issue about that. If their confirmation proceeding is on, you'll let us know. Because for me, I'm just thinking 7 months ago, these people were appointed in October. Somebody can imagine that before December, maybe January, maybe right after the Senate break from the season, these people should have gotten, confirmed, so that we have a functioning board at the Liberia Revenue Authority. The board is important. The board is supposed to regulate. I will keep reminding the Liberian Senate until I hear say, oh yeah, the people appear, or they have appeared already. But Senator Zopeno, I don't know, file motion for whatever. But we will be consistent on this one to ensure that the board or at the LRA, especially not the entire board, but the 3 non-statutory members, that they can appear and get confirmed or and get denied. Because that you appear before the Liberian Senate, it means you will automatically get confirmed. But the caliber of people that I know, that names I saw, are people that you can question. A former central bank governor and all these people, are sure they will get confirmed. When these people get confirmed, you have the board very active at the Liberia Revenue Authority. There are certain decisions the Commissioner General and deputies will not take without consulting the board. The board will have to approve for it. My friends, this is the OK Morning Rush. 9 o'clock, we have people here or someone from the Arms Commission to come here and talk to us about some issues. Shortly at 8 o'clock, we will leave the stage to pave the way for the guys from Centaur to get us the Centaur radio program. So 0777 700-995, and the other numbers 0555-995-995, 0886-026-995 are the other numbers to call and be a part of the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Clarence Jackson. Let me say good morning to the people of Liberia.
They bought a flag. Yeah, let's hear you.
Thank you. Activist Matthew Render, and I do join you this morning from Luja office in West Point. Dr. Jackson.
Render, do you live around West Point?
No, I live District 11, but West Point is where Luja office is located.
So meaning every morning you just there?
Yeah, I leave Banana Estate as early as 5 o'clock, and the road is accessible. Only government, so it's easier to leave, to come no too much traffic. So I ran my bag and get in West Point as early as 6:30. I'm in West Point to my office.
Okay, let's hear you.
So everything's okay. So thank you. I think Clarence Jackson, the appointment that the president made, I think it's overdue. I think we need to check the law. I tried doing some research the other day when we raised the issue, and I got to realize that if the president appoints anybody, and after 3 months he or she does not go for confirmation or hearing, that appointment is not a vote. I want for you to do a research on it.
No, but listen, but how you be giving me a assignment now? You did a research. What a provision of the law you quoting?
Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to start all the law. But I was reading a newspaper that it happened to every time, and then there was they just brought a caption. It's gonna be based on that.
No. Wait. Don't treat me like that. You just said that after I spoke yesterday, you did a research. The ball gone. You just said that after I spoke yesterday, after I raised the issue, you did a research. And the research says otherwise. You say the research says when the president nominates and after 3 months that president doesn't get confirmed, it is automatically understandable that it has been withdrawn. Quote the law now, the boss say he read people now, he not go. Hello? Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning. What's my man? No. Cut the radio off. I will not take you, please. Good morning.
Good morning, Session Piso.
Good morning.
The news Robert political Slatan Abraham. I call you this day from the Congress City in Congota. Federal, let me appreciate you for the various topics on the discussion. But firstly, I want to know you first. You said the former Central Bank governor was appointed and he has been confirmed.
Was nominated.
He has been confirmed. Can you please make the public know who this Central Bank is? That the Central Bank?
No, I said David Vinton. My man said yesterday. I've been saying David Vinton.
Oh, thank you very much. First out
it's not Alonso Talu, but David Vinton.
Thank you very much for the clarity. First, I want to Josiah Jopa at the CSA as relates to. He said he's putting people on payroll, health worker on payroll, and other things. Listen to me. The government continues to increase wage bill. The Josiah government said he want to save. They were saving revenue for government, and then they were putting people down who were employed in the past administration. Today the wage bill has increased. People are taking fat salaries from foreign ministers in the government by the government.
The wage bill has increased from what to what?
The wage bill has increased economically.
From what to what?
The wage bill has increased economically after the farm administration. If you look at the wage bill today, it has increased, and then the government continue to put people down.
Bossman, I'm asking you, provide all sensitive public education. The wage bill has increased from what to what?
We will not be too definite here. We will not be too definite, but the wage bill has increased.
Okay, sir. Thank you. You made your points. Hello? Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Diana Toure, Alas Peter and Peters. I'm calling from Congo Town.
All right, Diana, let's hear you.
Yeah, Clarence, Mr. Thanks for having me on the line this morning. You know, it is good that the civil servant came out yesterday to tell the Liberian people the progress. that they have made so far. Even though you may not want to maybe ask the health sector or to ask some other nurses to know those people that were employed and how long they've been volunteering for. You may not want to ask to know about that, but it's okay. But one thing I want to bring to
you mean the nurses, they say they put you on payroll, you say I'm supposed to ask, but I say I don't know them. You know some of them, you know some of them, I can ask them, I can call them and ask them.
Yes, I know some of them. I can send some of them number to you.
Please, that
so
would be good.
They don't have their head, those people that have been calling all the time when it comes to other issues concerning the nurses. If you don't know their information, I can send some to you. Because we need to confront to know some of those people that they put on payroll and how long they are volunteering for.
You are right.
So, and lastly, Clarence, I think there is something that the civil servant need to know. I am not a civil servant, I'm not working in government. I never worked in government before. But this government, the way in which they pay civil servant these days is very terrible.
Okay.
You cannot pay liberty and after maybe another month before you can pay US dollar. Or you pay US dollar after another weeks or month before you pay the remaining salary. So it's very bad. Sometimes some people receive their liberty, they don't receive US dollar. Sometimes they pay for in US dollar, they don't pay the in liberty.
Really?
So many of them have been complaining. Of course, many of them have been complaining, but they will not call and say on the radio because their job will be threatened. Okay. So you need to talk about it, Clarence. So the civil servant should do the needful thing. People cannot be
no,
working.
but I don't. The thing is, Peter Link, you are right, but I don't talk about what I don't know about. So you are saying it now is a privileged information. I can do follow up to the record. Say maybe Ministry of Finance to ask them why when you pay, you can pay the people in one currency. It may weeks before you deposit the other currency. What happened?
Definitely, and any of them call here and say I'm lying.
Okay.
All right. Any of them will call on the show to say I'm lying. Thank you.
Peter Link. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Peter Link want me to talk about everything in the country. It's not possible. Well, no, I let her talk about things that I got facts about. Then you can hear me talking with that energy, right? Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Clarence. This is Brown Tati.
Mr. Brown Tati, let's hear you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Bishop. You know, there's few issues you did, but I'll just talk about two. The governing commissions.
Mm-hmm.
It's been dead. I mean, I'm also sharing that concern with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Manasari, during the Julie Bryan government, Manasari was there, very active.
Yeah.
That time it was General Reform Commission, GRC. Then, before Dr. Sawyer came, those people, they developed legislations. They work along with chairman.
They were active, man. They were very, very active.
And then they will prepare these legislations, send it to the president will send it to the House. That's how you have most of the reform today. But then Professor Larry Toba went there, the place there. I don't know if he feeling uncomfortable or nothing working, let him relinquish the positions. Those are key sectors of the government that even supposed to supervise most of the agency and other things, see their work and things, straight up laws and all those kind of things. Then before I drop the line, Clarence, I listened to the civil service director yesterday. Now you call the people money because president suspended people. You can't be the one to spend the money. They say you facing one chair, child policies. He said yesterday, it is 9,000.
Yeah, how did the decision to fix the chair come about? You are right. Yeah, even though he said he working with the Ministry of Education, but I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what are the same institution that cut the money is supposed to be the same institution to direct the money.
For checking balances, they said they will not hire any private company. They themselves will do it, but you call the money that you are spending the money. You see the kind of, you cannot read the people behaving.
I think you are right. I think you're raising some issue, and I will reach out to him on that.
Let him take a hand off.
I will reach out.
Make sure he clean the payroll, put the money in the account. Then other government functions can do those other things so he can be check and balance. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Brown Tati, that's strategic. You raise a critical point, and I will reach out to Josiah Joker for that. How did the decision to face the 2,000 armchair come about? Who took that decision? Because when you pull the money from the people's account, is it your responsibility to direct the funding through the ministry? How did it even come about that we're taking the decision to put the money to chairs? Don't get me wrong, facing chairs for students is good. I'm this scholar, and me too, just concerned about the decision that culminated into us thinking about facing chair. It's critical, very, very critical. Hello?
Morning, Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, my name is Disgusted People, and I call you from Profit this morning.
You mean Sipo?
Pico.
Okay. Even though I'm not getting it right. But go ahead.
If you do that, just left the land, the color just about water receiving key and it's the other one. Our information is misleading.
It's misleading, huh?
It's misleading.
Okay.
This is what happens when we just found out send the payroll is disrupting.
Okay.
There's this rubber responsibility to send that payroll, the check to send up there for clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when your bank clear the check, the money credit out account of the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's up there now to pay the payroll employee that or have the salary or the account address in entity.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way that the bank will pay the bank will pay you $100. Then they say one more before they say no.
Okay.
It's not like that. Mr. Father, that delay any salary in a point manner.
Okay. So he said he's a civil servant, and Peter Ling is not saying the truth. Hello, from Pennsylvania.
Yes, this is Tomo Clarence, your former friend.
Oh, Mr. Tomo Kwemli, my friend.
Your former friend.
When you wanted my job, you're not my former friend, Bobo. That now you'll be my former friend.
No, but on a serious note, I follow your program. I'm currently in Virginia, in the U.S. I follow your program. I'm also concerned about the silence of the Governor Commission. I think you need to follow up on that.
Yeah, I need to follow.
The next thing is, I'd like to talk about Peter. So you listen to Peter Ling voice. Peter Ling is a diehard or sedition. Anytime she hears something good about the God, she actually sounding very, subdued. Nobody will take pay until you say they pay. They say what's on in Liberia, they're not robot. That you will pay the US dollar this month, and then you not pay them, you're not hearing the North Carolina from where you sit, you will like getting that company. But Peter Ling is trying to put a spin on the news that Joker gave yesterday. It appears to be something positive. So she's feeling sad. If you listen to her tune, you're not in civil servant, you're not working for civil servant. How can they bring in report to you? You're not a media person. Who the civil servant?
No, but maybe she could have friends. She could have family people working. She could have friends.
Clarence, the point is from where you sit, if that situation was existing in government right now, where they pay Liberian dollar, then it takes more to pay what you would have heard it.
Okay, Tom.
But now somebody finish like this with the pluralistic nature of social media or even the mainstream media in our country. So people should start putting spin on it. That's a fact. They put 600 person on the payroll. If you guys was lying yesterday, but now from yesterday up to now, you would have heard somebody but the CS is that.
All right, Mr. Kweli. Thank you.
We need to stop it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me take the final call right here. Our friends got to come and do their show. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to the Excellency President Walker. I'm grateful to be very loud caller. So, this is someone Jacob from Profit 17.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, let me appreciate all the senators who have the labor minister yesterday question because we are in the country on the legislature. So if they are doing their work, we got to come by and appreciate what they are doing. But I want to take out one person, like you said, even directly long. Even though I have my own fundamental issue with him, but what he's doing, he had the courage to stand by his word and to stand by his intention. So I want to appreciate him. He should not be tired. He should not be discouraged because it's about, the leadership and activity after 6 years or 9 years.
Okay. Let me just take for sake of courtesy, Mr. Moeba Johnson, I'll give you 1 minute. The people got to do their show. Moeba Johnson is the president of the Civil Servant Association of Liberia. He calling me, so I got to take him out of courtesy. Mr. Johnson, go ahead.
Thank you, Clarence. I just want to clarify something. Actually, what Peter said is untrue. Okay, what happens sometimes at the various banks, civil servants are taking place. Sometimes you have technical issues and what have you, and the banks will tell you that they are constrained with this and that. But we receive both our Liberian dollars and we receive our US dollars. So it's not that we take US dollar this month and then the following month we take Liberian dollar. Is untrue, actually.
Okay, thank you so much. At this juncture, I'm leaving to pave the way for the Centaur radio program. I will be right back here after the program at 9 o'clock. I'm taking my leave to be back.
Attention, attention, attention to all lovers of the good things in life. A house is not a home, and a home is the one place where you should feel relaxed and accomplished. Your home should reflect who you are. So, it's time to make that upgrade with minimal damage to your pockets. And I have the perfect solution for you. Home Sweet Home, located on Benson Street, between Center and Buchanan Streets, got you covered. From the kitchen